Heyo, Salamander MN here, and this is my run in the Nations Cup Round 4 race at Interlagos. For my Group 3 car, I chose to use the Porsche 911 RSR. I ended up getting an okay start off the line, but this first set of corners is typically filled with carnage. I was able to avoid all that and ended up snagging 3 positions right off the bat. Now, at the end of this straight, the AMG decides to push me ever so slightly off to the right, which gets my car loose. Now, thankfully I was able to save it from spinning, whereas the AMG was not so fortunate. Although, unfortunately, I did take front-end damage. With heavy damage on in this race, this is going to cost me quite a bit of time. Going into the fast right-hander, I'm trying my best to maintain my speed but not bump into the Lexus. When we get into the tight left-hander, the Lexus does give me a little tap to get by. Now at the end of the first lap, I've been able to make up 5 positions, even with the front end damage. For the next couple laps, the Lambo behind me stayed close, but he was patient and waited for a good opportunity to pass instead of forcing it. Kudos to him for getting the pass done cleanly. As we finish up lap 4, the front end damage I suffered earlier in the race becomes pretty apparent. By the end of the straight, Ferrari is able to beat me in the drag race to turn 1. Then, at the beginning of lap 7, the AMG is caught back up to me. I make sure to give him plenty of space since it appears he did not suffer any damage from our earlier incident, so he clearly has a faster car. At the end of lap 8, I decide to pit early to get rid of this damage. I believe I can make the rest of the way on fuel and tires. After coming out of the pits, I ran laps on my own for a while. It isn't until lap 12 that I start to pass some people when they take their pit stops. fast forward to lap 17, and I'm passed by the RCZ with a good clean pass on the inside. As we get into the last couple laps, I ended up running down the Porsche and started to think about how I'm going to get this pass done. I'm thinking to myself that I need to try to remain patient and not push the issue. At the end of the straight, it looks like he's going to play the defensive line, but at the last moment he cuts back in front of me before the braking zone, which results in me getting a small tap into him, which allows me to pass. And normally I'd back out when giving somebody a bump like that, but with the late move that wasn't totally my fault, so I kept going. Thankfully, as we get onto the long straight, I'm able to get a good exit and drive away. This ultimately secured my finishing position with a hard-fought P8. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like, and if you really liked it, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.